It's real live music right here in downtown Knoxville. I'm your host, Sean McCullough. Coming up in the second half of the show, we've got St. Owsley. But right now, here's Stephen Simmons.
Your sad songs just break my heart, she said the very first night. I knew right then and there from the start I could never say goodbye. Anyone we ever loved never was a mistake. It's the only thing I'll trust, only thing I'll take to my grave. It's memories and flowers fade as time goes by. We can't bring love back no matter how we try. I learned a lot about the stones we all put in our own path. Could barely lift my own, let alone help my lover pass. Little white crosses, planted flags, again it's Memorial Day. Celebrate and honor what's past as we decorate our graves. As memories and flowers fade as time goes by. We can't bring love back no matter how we try. So honor those old days, but don't let those slip away that remain. 'Cause memories and flowers fade as time goes by. We can't bring love back no matter how we try. Thank you all very much. All right, it's good to be back in Knoxville and good to be back on the Blue Plate Special. It's been a few years, but I've been coming here for many years, so it's really good to be back. I live in Nashville, where I've been for about the last 20 years, but I'm originally from a little place called Cannon County, and right on the edge of southern Appalachia, the very edge. I got an uncle back home who taught me everything there is to know. From guitar picking to throwing them back to the ladies hanging out at the shows. He had an Alvarez Yari and a K5 Blazer that rang through the holler from Granny's porch. One day he told me I could even make some money if I'd learn a few more chords. Said there's a man that'll pay you $50 if you sing till they shut it down. 50% off a draft beer and a burger on the house. You can play your own, you can cover the Stones, long as no one complains of the sound. If it all goes well, you can come back the next time you're in our town. $50. I tried work and I tried school, but a circle don't fit in a square. So I picked up my guitar and slung it on my back, and I went on from there. All these roads and all these bars are starting to look the same. But if I get loose and the people are down, who am I to complain? When there's a man that'll pay you $50 if you sing, do they shut it down? 50% off a draft beer and a burger on the house. You can play your own, you can cover the Stones, long as no one complains of the sound. If it all goes well, well, you can come back the next time you're in this town. For $50. Years get lost and truth gets found. You give love, you don't get back. And I've heard tell you can even make some money, but I don't know about that. But there's a man that'll pay you $50 if you sing, do they shut it down? 50% off a draft beer and a burger on the house. You can play your own, you can cover the Stones, long as no one complains of the sound. If it all goes well, well, you can come back the next time you're in our town. For $50. For $50. Thank you.
That's Stephen Simmons on the WDVX Blue Plate Special. Well, welcome back to the show.
Hey, man, it's good to be back.
I'm glad you stopped by while you were in East Tennessee. You played last night down at Jay Clark's place.
I did, yeah. Big Rockford, Tennessee.
Down in Rockford, yeah. I bet that was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So you've toured around for a number of years. You were saying that COVID kind of slowed you down, but tell us a little bit about your life and your music and all of that.
So I grew up in Cannon County, like I was saying. I ended up in Murfreesboro. I went to MTSU, I just gradually went towards Nashville. All songwriters, and if you're in Middle Tennessee, especially, and I've been there for the last 20 years, and mostly up until right around COVID, I had been touring, more than I did anything else. So it's been. I didn't realize it had been 5 years since I'd been here until I was looking back, because I've been coming to the Blue Plate since '04. I think it's the first time I came here. So
yeah, and you play in Nashville a good bit with a band as well, right? You're playing pretty soon. What's that show you got coming up?
Yeah, we're playing next Wednesday over at Eastside Bowl on their lounge stage. Those are great people up there, and it's more of an economic thing. It's really hard to take the band these days out, So I play mostly with the band these days back home, and usually I do solo gigs when I'm traveling or with one other person.
All right. You're doing a cool radio show coming up soon that might be of interest particularly to folks who are from around here. Tim and Susan Lee have something to do with that, so tell us about that.
Yeah, ironically, I guess they were here last night playing, I was told, and then I'll be back. Of course, I know them from playing here in Knoxville over the years, and so I'll be there next week in Oxford and doing the Thacker Mountain radio show with them, so that'll be fun. Well,
cool, and people can find out about that and links to listen to it on your website, I assume, which is just StephenSimmonsMusic.com. Stephen with a PH, right?
Yeah, with a PH, yeah.
Which is not right up there, I see. But all right. So you just recently recorded, recently. COVID made recent all relative, didn't it?
Of course.
But you just put out an album called Family Album.
I did.
And it was kind of a cool concept of where you recorded it and all of that. So tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, I recorded, so I had all these songs that I had written about my family over the years, and I'd set them all aside to put them on one record. And I wanted to record it in my hometown, and I was originally going to do it in this really cool old church, but that became unavailable right when we got ready to go record, and my grandparents' house, as it were, became empty around that same time. And I was initially kind of hesitant about it because it was a little bit too emotional for me, but it probably ended up being the right decision. And yeah, we set up a studio, me and my producer buddy, and for about 2 weeks, tracked there and mixed everything, had musicians come down from Nashville, and the bedrooms were the tracking rooms, and the living room was where we were mixing, and the boardroom, so.
That sounds like a really cool idea. Was that last song off of that album? You just mentioned your uncle in it.
Yes, it was. As a matter of fact, I wrote that song. I'd been playing that many years on the road, but yeah, it is on that record, and on the album, that's my uncle singing harmony with me, and I'm using his Alvarez guitar, so it's about as meta as I can get.
Very
be
nice.
In my hometown, my grandparents' house with my uncle's guitar and him singing. So.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, let's hear some more.
Grandpa said he never liked to drink, only had one bottle of beer in his life. He figured that it was okay. He's in Nagasaki in 45. I don't know what he ever did. All those bottles of sweet plum wine, might have given them all away, and I guess that'd have been alright. Suspect it was more than that. Brought a tear to Grandma's eyes. She sat out on that porch swing and read the Bible till she ran out of light. We're traveling days from the things we crave, traveling souls on some kind of mystical plane. We travel in ways that I can't explain. We're traveling strange these days. I couldn't have been 4 or 5. Uncle Robbie took his bride. Carried the ring, the suit that Mama made me, of velour down the aisle. There's a lot I didn't know, a lot of things I was never told. Years later I'd be back to this place, but it'd never be like before. We're traveling days from the things we crave, just traveling souls on some kind of mystical plane. We travel in ways that I can't explain. We're traveling strange these days. Well, the squares are still there, and sometimes I drive down. I circle around them same old stores that Mama drugged me in when I was a child. The pool hall over there, the greasy burgers and the wise old men, and a stool that I used to claim when I played hooky with my old man. I guess that things move on. I guess that seasons change. I used to think time just passed by, but now I know we just chase old things. Traveling days from the things we crave, traveling souls on some kind of mystical plane. We're traveling days from the things we crave. We're traveling strange these days. We're traveling strange these days. Thank y'all. Yeah, so here's, let's see, I have written over the years on my records, I've put out a bunch of what we would call murder ballads, right? So, but I never put one out that was literally true and also unbeknownst to me till about 10 years ago, part of my family history. But this is a story about my great-grandfather. They say my great-granddaddy killed a man back in my hometown and threatened the only one who saw if he told he'd be next in the ground. Drunk and fighting over money, said the state's appointed lawyers. The other man split town. 3 years passed. The dead man's bones lay rotting in the holler. The two boys digging mayapple root, they stumbled across the skull of the missing man last seen riding in the dead man's truck. When it rains and it beats down on the courthouse, washing away our guilt and our shame. When it rains and sheets down on the hillside, washing away the dirt and the stains from the hidden grave. The mystery of the talking skull soon enough was solved. There were only two with a missing man any witness ever saw. The trial was a circus, I guess everybody wanted to see. The dirty old bootleggers, murder in the first degree. There were only two that it could be according to the law. The other man took the stand that day and he laid the blame on great-grandpa. When it rains and it beats down on the courthouse, washing away our dirt and our shame. When it rains in sheets down on the hillside, washing away dirt and stains from a hidden grave. I passed by this spot in the curve on the old Manchester Road. 1,000,000 times growing up, I could find it with my eyes closed. The blood that's running through my veins and the traits the mirror shows. The ones who came before us, their mysteries never told. The sins of our fathers ain't just the deeds that they done, but washing over truth, trying to protect the ones they love. When it rains and it beats down on the courthouse, washing away guilt and our shame. When it rains in sheets down on the hillside, washing away the dirt and the stains from a hidden grave. Thanks. That's on the record too. I was talking about the family songs, and a little bit different kind of a family song. I grant you that. But here's a song that's something just a little more common for all of us traveling, touring singer-songwriters, and it's mostly about moving, trying to keep that spark and inspiration in your life, and also, girls. So. 747 with Halifax beneath, spilling in the Atlantic Sea. Oh, heading into Dublin, thinking about a girl and wondering what she means to me. I've been on a bus, in a van, on a plane, till the view all looks the same. I've been a stranger in town, the one they talk about, seen marquees with my name. I've been looking for a spark, I've been looking for passion, I've been looking for truth. I've been looking for a selfless love, I've been looking for me, maybe I'm looking for you. It's the way that the evening sky touches sea, yeah, so much lies in between. It's the way she calls my name, it's the sound of midnight rain when she's sleeping next to me. And I've sacrificed love, seen it die in vain, felt my heart give way to pride and shame. But I won't sacrifice the truth, not even for my muse, let alone for minor fame. So I've been looking for a spark, I've been looking for passion, I've been looking for truth. And I've been looking for a selfless love, I've been looking for me, maybe I'm looking for you. Maybe a song can heal a soul like prayers, don't know where they come from or they go. Lilting lullabies under the cover of night. Long ago I heard someone say, seek yourself and you'll be on your way. Sometimes that's just like trying to make lightning strike. I've been looking for a spark, I've been looking for passion, I've been looking for truth. And I've been looking for a selfless love, I've been looking for me, baby, I'm looking for you. Thank you all very much. All right, I think I have got time for one more song, and I just want to say again, it's great to be back on the blue plate, and it's been too long for sure, and it's good to be back in Knoxville. For any of you guys that are in studio and you can get these at antique shops now. They were called compact disc players back in our day. I have some of those devices that will play over there, but you can also find any of my stuff online. You can't download a T-shirt, but you can get one there. So mostly I just want to say, again, it's good to see some familiar faces last night at the show and today. And yeah, cheers. I was just a stone in the bottom of the river that caught your eye. The way the light shone on me, but it don't really glow, it's just the ripples in the waves of the water, the way the light cast on me. Why should I be surprised that my shine had caught your eye? I knew that you would put me down in time, and I no longer shine. I was just around OGO, someone cracked open some grandma's flower garden. My jagged angles glowed in the sunlight amongst the tulips, just fool's gold for children. Why should I be surprised that my shine had caught your eye? I knew that you would put me down in time when I no longer shine. No, it seems to take a lifetime to achieve perfection in your maker's eyes. But it only takes an instant to lose the attention, the sparkle in a young beholder's eyes, when you no longer shine. I was just a singer in a bar with a beat-up guitar, a sack full of songs in my show. And I caught your eye, and I suppose you had a fancy for things under lights that seem to glow. Why should I be surprised that my shine caught your eye? Knew that you would put me down in time when I no longer shine. Thank you all very much.
That's Stephen Simmons on the WDVX Blue Plate Special. We got another act coming up here in just a minute. We're going to take a minute to switch the stage over. While we do that, I got a couple of things to tell you. First of all, you can keep up with Stephen's music at StephenSimmonsMusic.com or on Facebook or Instagram. Support for WDVX Blue Plate Special comes from the Corporation for Public Broadcasting, the Tennessee Arts Commission, Barley's Knoxville, and Visit Knoxville. And as always, for those of you who might be new to Knoxville or to the Blue Plate Special, we do this 6 days a week, always at 12 noon. And we got a bunch of great shows coming up next week. On Monday, we've got Max Muscato along with Ella Folk. On Tuesday, Sarah King along with Greg Hill. On Wednesday, we've got the band Lula and the Pleasures. Well, those are two different bands. And on Thursday, the Mike Montre Band. On Friday, we'll have the Big Plate down at Barley's in Knoxville's Old City. And we've got the Barrett Davis Trio joining us for the Big Plate next week. And next Saturday, we'll be right back here in the Visitor Center, and we'll have the New Market Train Wrecks joining us for that show. As always, many thanks to our tech crew, Johnny doing the sound and Jeter running the cameras. They've always got a lot of work to do when we've got two acts, particularly when one of them's a big band. We're going to switch gears here a little bit. Slightly different mood for the second half of the show. We've got a Jerry Garcia tribute band coming up. These folks are joining us from down the road in in Chattanooga. We're in Knoxville. All the way down the road in Knoxville, right? They're getting close up there, but I'll tell you that some of y'all might also know me from a show here on WDVX called Kid Stuff. It's a show for kids and their grown-ups. We do a Kid Stuff Live once a month, kind of like a blue plate special for kids. It's always the second Saturday of the month that we do that. And coming up on the second Saturday of October, October 14th, we'll have Knoxville's own Kyle Campbell joining me as our special guest. So bring the kids out to Kid Stuff Live the second Saturday of each month. It looks like we're closing in on being ready. Johnny's back in the booth. He's giving me the thumbs up. How about the band? You all about ready up there? You all set? All right. Well, let's give a big welcome to St. Owsley.
Under the stars, cats down under the stars, cats. On the blacktop, Betty in the treetop. Someone plays guitar that sounds like clavinet, but I ain't ready yet to go to bed. I think I'll take a walk downtown instead. Cats down under the stars, giving me your big hand. Oh, anyone who sweats like that, they must be alright. But no one wants to fight, no black eyes, just another cat beneath the stars tonight. Cats down under the stars, Cats in the limelight, it feels like it's alright. Everybody wants something that they might not get, but I ain't ready yet. It ain't complete. That's why I am headed down to Alley Cat Street. Cats down under the stars,
That's St. Owsley on the WDVX Blue Plate Special. You are a jam band indeed, right? What's the longest jam you've ever done in public?
About 45. So there's a video on our YouTube channel, the Toby and Davey YouTube channel. We try to put up all of our stuff that we can on there. There's a Keepers After Midnight Don't Let Go sandwich that we do that comes out to about 35, 40 minutes.
Okay, all right. So in the spirit of the Grateful Dead, for sure. But
yeah.
So you all call yourself a Jerry Garcia tribute band, not a Grateful Dead tribute band. So explain that a little bit.
So it's really just, so the name St. Owsley is a little ubiquitous when it comes to Deadheads and the whole Deadhead community, because if you know who Owsley Stanley was, then you get it. So just with that kind of umbrella, we pretty much just play any song that Jerry touched.
I see.
Kinda,
Nice.
So it's we'll do some Dead songs, but usually those songs were on one of Jerry's solo albums, but we kind of stick toward that kind of Jerry sound, especially with implementing the pedal steel.
The pedal steel in there, yeah.
That was a huge part of Jerry's sound, just regardless.
Very good. And you kind of stick with the philosophy of all those folks too, with your YouTube channel and all the free music and the emphasis on the live recordings over studio recordings.
Yeah,
That's
every chance we get, we do a live stream or a live recording of our shows, and those go straight up and stay up.
Okay. Well, we better not talk too much, but because we're going to only have time for a fourth of a song. But so you all are playing tonight. We need to mention that you're playing at Scruffy City Hall at 8:00 right here on Market Square.
Right there.
Yeah, right over there. Well, I hate to tell you, but if you're going to play another one that long, we only have time for one more.
Okay.
But if you could play a couple 6-minute songs, we could do 2. So it's your choice.
We'll see. You want to do the wheel? Yeah.
So you can do one more?
We'll see what happens.
Okay. Well, just in case it's only one more, I'm gonna do my kind of thing where I thank the audience. Thank you all for coming out. Thank everybody for listening and watching. And let's have another big hand for our first act, Stephen Simmons. Yeah, let's get a little more music. I'm not gonna predict how many songs that'll be, but.
Stand still. Thunder don't get you, then the lightning will. Won't you try just a little bit harder? Couldn't you try just a little bit more? Won't you try just a little bit harder? Couldn't you try just a little bit can't stand still. Thunder don't get you, then the lightning will. The lightning will. The lightning will.
That's St. Owsley on the WDVX Blue Plate Special. Well, I hate to say, if you want to catch another one of those tasty jams, you're going to have to check them out at Scruffy City Hall tonight over on Market Square. They start up at 8 o'clock. Hope you'll join us next time for more real live music on the WDVX Blue Plate Special. Thank you all for coming out.